George sits serenely in his barber chair. Suddenly, he realizes he's left his wallet at home. How would he be able to pay for him and his son Andy's haircuts? Would he have to sweep the floor after hours? Would the barber just shave his head? Noticing Andy gesturing wildly towards the mirror, George pleads for his help. Andy smugly opens his Bitcoin Cash wallet and sends his Luddite father exactly 2 haircuts worth of Bitcoin Cash.
Hey, thanks, man.
Bitcoin Cash, the future of money, today.
I shared this poll on the free Telegram channel yesterday, asking what chart would you like to see on YouTube tomorrow, and I gave 5 options here, and we have the winner is BTC with 33% of the votes. So we had 178 people voting for this, and yeah, so I'm gonna be doing BTC versus USD. Now before I start, let me tell you, I decided I will upload videos to YouTube once a week, and this is gonna be every Wednesday. Today is Thursday, but from next week I'm gonna start uploading 1 video every week, and it's going to be every Wednesday, and the rest of the videos will go to my website. So I'm gonna be doing the BCH tomorrow here on my website. And by the way, I made a video yesterday. I give my opinion whether I think the altcoin season is coming soon or not, and I also comment a little bit on the ETFs situation. So go ahead and watch it if you want. It's you know, it's from yesterday. It's totally relevant today still. And as usual, guys, please learn trading. I have here my free education section. Don't follow people's signals and calls and things like that. Just, you know, learn yourself, and you'll do a lot better in the long term. So with this said, let's go into the charts. And I have here the BTC versus USD 1-day candles from Bitfinex as usual. And you see here I have this red box. This is when the ETF decision, it's supposed to be announced. So I believe it was supposed to be announced on the 10th of August, but I'm not sure if they said it's going to be delayed already until September, because I'm not sure if that's truth or not. I could not verify this in any official website. I draw this box that goes from the 9th of August until September. If I can verify this information and I can find out the actual dates, I'm gonna be adjusting this box, but for now I'm gonna leave it like this. So I'm gonna leave it there. I think that's important. Now, as for the price today, right now for the short term, we're getting rejected at the 200-day moving average, as you can see here, which is around the same level with the 50-week moving average as well. So if I switch to the weekly chart, you can see we're getting rejected at the 50-week moving average here. The blue line, you see, we cannot get above it. We were above it for a little bit, but we're getting rejected, so I'm assuming we're gonna close the week somewhere near the 50, week moving average. And yeah, the 200-day moving average is around the same level, just a little bit higher. Let's go back to the daily. So we're having double resistance here. Now, what I think is going to happen here, I think we're gonna have a little bit of a retracement here, not much, and we're gonna have the last push up. The reason I think this is going to happen is because that's what's happened in the past 2 rallies. So I think it's going to repeat. Let me show you here for fans of the Elliott wave theory. I don't trade Elliott's, and I'm not gonna start doing it now, but you can actually spot Elliott waves here in the past 2 rallies. So you can see the 5 legs, the 5 waves up, and they actually what's the word? They actually qualify for Elliott waves. If you use Fibonacci, they actually qualify for Elliott's. Usually the wave 5, the top of the 5, it's slightly higher than the 3, but not much higher. You know, the big leg, the leg that, you know, that professional traders want to trade is the number 3 here. It's usually the longest of them all. Then the 4, it's never lower than the number 1. As you can see here, it doesn't go below. So these actually qualify for Elliott waves, and I think it's going to repeat because that's what charts do, right? They just repeat. So we had this so far. I think we're going to get rejected at the 200-day, retrace a little bit, and then push higher, making kind of like a double top, maybe a little bit higher than the previous high, but somewhere at around that level. I'm going to say between 8,500 and 8,700, and then we're going to have the bigger retracement. Probably by the time this happens is when we have to get the news for the ETF. Now, obviously, because people is speculating on the ETF, meaning people are buying now for 2 reasons, right? They buy because they want to buy the rumor and sell the news before the news is released, and 2, they buy also because if by any chance the ETF is approved, they want to be buying now, because if it's approved, it's supposed to skyrocket. So, you know, that's why we're seeing a lot of buying pressure right now because of this ETF. So this is one of these news that it's worth trading. I don't trade news, but some news are big deals, some news are worth trading, and you even if you don't trade them, you need to have them into account when it comes to price, you know, price prediction. I did the same with the Forex last year. If you remember, guys, I had here the boxes for the Forex when the Forex were going to happen, and these boxes worked quite well because the Forex were actually, you know, a strong, very, very strong fundamentals, very strong events that actually have an effect on the price. So same with the ETF. It's a strong event that it's going to, you know, influence the price. It's already influencing the price. So anyways, I expect these to retrace a little bit, go up, making like a double top, maybe slightly higher than the previous high, and then go down. But I don't expect this to go down all at once because of the ETF. People want to buy the rumor and sell it before the news come out, but they're not gonna sell it all before the news come out, because if the news come out and by any chance the ETF is approved, we expect moon, right? So they're not gonna sell everything. They will sell only a part of it before the news, right? But they're not gonna sell it all. They're gonna keep it. They're gonna keep some just in case, you know, the decision is positive. So I expect a sell-off before the, you know, somewhere here before the middle of August, and then. But I don't expect any huge sell-off until we actually have the actual news, until we actually know if this is going to be rejected, approved, or delayed until next year. If it's rejected or delayed indefinitely, like it's just delayed until we don't know when, next year or in 2 years, whenever, then I expect the price to tank. But I expect this to happen only after we actually have the news. So because I don't know the day, any time within this rectangle, you know, this would tank if we get a no. And if we get a yes, then I would expect people to FOMO very much. Okay, but I don't find this to be the most likely. I don't think many people find this to be the most likely, and just because most people don't think this is the most likely that the ETF will be approved, just because most people don't think it's likely, maybe this time it will be a yes, because usually when most people think something is going to happen, it usually doesn't happen. So, you know, I don't think many people is realistically expecting the ETF to be approved because we have a lot of bearish sentiment, you know, market depression. I don't think people is expecting it. So just because of that, maybe you know, we will get it approved. Who knows? I don't have a crystal ball. I have no idea. I can only wait and, you know, and react to the decision instead of trying to predict it. But if it's a no, or a long delay, then I would expect this to tank, and if it's yes, go up. And before the decision is made, you know, few days before, 1 week before, maybe, you know, 10 days before, something like that, a little bit before, I would expect a sell-off, but not super heavy sell-off, because as I said, people is waiting as well. They don't want to sell everything just in case it's a yes. So guys, that's all that I have. I don't want to go and predict, you know, try to predict much more into the future, because it's very difficult in these market conditions. We don't have a defined trend. We are still bearish, but at the same time, we are very extended in the downside as well. So a lot of mixed signals. It's better to stay away from these parts and wait for, you know, for more confirmations. But this is what I can expect for the shorter term. So I'm just gonna save the chart like this. And yeah, next time I make a BTC video, we can see, you know, my arrows from the last time and take it from there. So I think that's all, guys. By the way, I didn't upload very much on my website last week, or this week I should say, because I've been on holiday. I went on a boat trip to an island around here. It was very nice. I'm gonna be sharing pictures on Twitter if you want to see them, because guys, you know, not everything is in life is staring in front of the charts, especially in this type of market conditions. You know, life is so much more than that. Don't worry too much though. This is not going to last forever. We're gonna have more moons and more rallies, but you know, that's what it is for this time. So, you know, enjoy life. Don't stay all day staring at the charts. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for watching and see you soon. Bye.